and goes beyond the rights of paternity. Thus, for an arbitrary government to be legitimate, in every generation the people would have to have the power to accept or reject it. But then, this government would no longer be arbitrary. To renounce one's liberty is to renounce one's quality as a man, the rights of humanity, and even its duties. There is no possible compensation for someone who surrenders everything. Such a renunciation is incompatible with the nature of man, and to remove all liberty from someone's will is to remove all morality from his actions. Finally, it is an empty and contradictory convention to stipulate on the one hand an absolute authority and on the other an unlimited obedience. Is it not clear that we have no obligations towards someone from whom we have the right to demand everything? And does this condition alone, where there is no equivalence or exchange, not involve nullifying the act? For what right would my slave have against me, since all he possesses belongs to me, and now that his right is mine, this right I have against myself is a meaningless phrase? Grotius and others derive from warfare an alternative origin for the alleged right of slavery. Since the victor, according to them, has the right to kill the conquered, the latter can purchase his life back at the expense of his liberty, and this convention is all the more legitimate because it is profitable to both parties. But it is clear that this alleged right to kill the conquered does not in any way result from the state of war. Given the mere fact that human beings living in their original independence have no sufficiently constant relations among themselves to constitute either a state of peace or a state of war, they are not naturally enemies. What constitutes war is a relationship between things and not between men. And since a state of war cannot arise from simple personal relationships, but only from relationships involving property, a private war, or a war of man against man, cannot exist, either in the state of nature, where there is no constant property, or in the social state, where everything is under the authority of laws. Individual combats, duels, and confrontations are not acts which establish a state, and as far as concerns private wars, authorized by the ordinances of Louis IX, King of France, and suspended by the peace of God, these are abuses of feudal government, an absurd system if ever there was one, contrary to the principles of natural right and to all good politics. Translator's note: the établissement of Louis IX, 1214 to 1270, King of France, compiled around 1273, contains a set of...
Para seguir escuchando este audiolibro gratuitamente, haz clic en el enlace de la descripción y podrás escucharlo completo sin coste gracias a la prueba de 30 días de Audible.